The Chicago Bears add more depth to their defensive line, selecting Khyiris Tonga, nose tackle from BYU, with their last pick of the 2021 NFL Draft. What's up, guys? I'm back with the Chicago Bears draft update videos, my final one of the day. This is Ryan Pace's last pick of the amazing 2021 draft class, and it looks like he might have gotten another really good value pick, okay? Because looking at Khyiris Tonga, obviously he doesn't project to be a starter anytime soon for the Bears, most likely, but a lot of mock drafts had him going in rounds 4 or 5, okay? So to have him, to get him in round 7 at pick number 250, it's another pretty good value pick, okay? Another guy that if he turns into a starter down the road, this could be, a really good pick. The Bears currently don't need that much help on the D-line. We already have some stars like Bilal Nichols, a rising stud who's still pretty young, and he's going to get better next year. We have Eddie Goldman coming back, our true nose tackle, so that's going to be a welcome addition. We also have Akeem Hicks, obviously. We signed Mario Edwards. So we have a lot of talent on the D-line, actually. But obviously, you can never have enough talent, okay? You always need more guys to develop, more guys to, potentially fill in when, injuries do strike, as, we have seen in the past few years, okay? Akeem Hicks has gotten injured twice now in the last 2 years. So adding another high upside nose tackle, a guy that can play on the interior like Khyiris Tonga, especially considering the fact that, also Eddie Goldman is coming off a year in which he didn't play. That depth is definitely going to be helpful to us down the road, especially if this guy does blossom into the player that he could be. If you take a look at his measurables, he's 6'2", weighs 326 pounds, so he has great size to play in the NFL. Probably doesn't have to bulk up anymore. If you look at his career at BYU, so he played in 47 games in 4 years. He registered 130 tackles, 16 tackles for loss, 8.5 sacks, 12 pass breakups, and also 2 forced fumbles. So obviously the numbers aren't exactly eye-popping, okay, for 4 years, for playing 4 years. But if you look at his physical attributes, his physical traits, there's definitely something here to mold. If you look at his tape from BYU, he was definitely way stronger than everybody he played against. Like, he was physically just dominating most of his matchups. Now, obviously at BYU, that he wasn't facing the best competition for the most part, so it remains to be seen if he can do this in the NFL, but he does have the size and the frame to do it in the NFL. And also there's no pressure on him to start right away because we have so much talent already on the interior D-line. So he can learn from these guys, continue to develop, and maybe next year or maybe the year after that, he can go into a starting role depending on where he is in his development. So if you take a look at this from just a best player available approach, this was definitely the best player available on a lot of people's boards. So in that view, it's a very good pick by Ryan Pace because they're just adding more talent to this team. Okay, this team is most likely not going to be competing next year for a Super Bowl, so you're kind of just building for the future, and this is definitely a good pick to build for the future. A really good value pick and a good, selection to boost up the interior of our defensive line. Let me know what you guys think about this pick in the comments down below, but as always, bear down.